What is the shovel to sell during the AI gold rush? Everyone is scrambling to build the next chat GPT. They're wrong. Chasing that is like being a lone prospector in 1849, digging for a fleck of gold while your life savings run out. The real money wasn't made by the miners, it was made by the operators who sold them the picks, the shovels, the denim. They built the infrastructure. Today's AI revolution is no different. It's a digital gold rush. While everyone is distracted by the glitter of building the next big model, the smart money is focused on building the infrastructure. In this video, I'm giving you the tactical framework. We're going to deconstruct the 4 layers of the AI ecosystem where the real defensible businesses are being built. Forget the hype. It's time to build the system that profits from all of it.
The data pipeline. AI models are not magic. They are incredibly powerful pattern recognition engines, but they only recognize patterns in the data they are fed. Think of a foundational model like a high-performance engine. It has immense potential, but that potential is entirely dependent on the quality of its fuel. The classic computing principle applies here, amplified by a factor of 1,000,000. Garbage in, garbage out. The vast majority of the world's data, the text on the internet, images, video feeds, sensor readings, is unstructured, messy, and full of noise. It's low-grade fuel. This is the first and most fundamental layer of opportunity, building the data pipeline. This means creating the systems that take raw, chaotic data and refine it into high-octane fuel for AI engines. You are not building the engine, you are the refinery. So what does this look like in practice? First, data cleaning and labeling. An AI built to detect manufacturing defects needs thousands of images where a human has manually labeled defect and no defect. A company that provides this high-quality pre-labeled dataset is selling a critical shovel. They're not building the AI, they're enabling it. This could be a service for medical imaging, legal documents, or financial statements. Second, synthetic data generation. Sometimes the data you need doesn't exist or is too rare or sensitive to acquire. The solution? Create it. Businesses are now being built entirely around generating artificial photorealistic data to train AIs. Think simulated self-driving scenarios, fake but plausible financial transaction data, or 3D models of products that don't exist yet. You are creating a perfect clean dataset from scratch. Third, data aggregation. This involves building APIs that pull data from dozens of messy, disparate sources and unify it into a single, clean, and easily accessible stream. Other businesses will pay a premium not to have to do that dirty work themselves. You extract the signal from the noise and sell the signal. In every case, you aren't speculating on which AI model will win. You are building the indispensable infrastructure that every single model needs to function. You're selling the fuel, and everyone has to buy it from you.
The compute layer is the engine room of the entire AI economy. If data is the new oil, compute is the refinery and the combustion engine, all in one. Every single AI model, from the simplest image generator to a foundational large language model, requires raw, brute force processing power. This demand is non-negotiable and it is insatiable. This is where you find the purest shovel businesses. Think of it like the power grid. Utility companies don't care if you're using their electricity to run a hospital or a video game console. They just sell the power. The same logic applies here. At the highest level, you have a company like NVIDIA. They design and manufacture the GPUs, the specialized chips that are the bedrock of AI processing. They are quite literally manufacturing the picks and shovels for this gold rush. Competing with them is nearly impossible. It requires massive capital and decades of specialized knowledge. The next level down is where the opportunity widens. This is the domain of the cloud giants. Amazon's AWS, Google Cloud, Microsoft Azure. They don't make the chips. They buy hundreds of thousands of them and build massive, hyper-efficient data centers. They become the digital landlords. They rent out processing power by the second. Their business model is scale. They buy wholesale and sell retail, commoditizing access to world-class hardware. So where is your entry point? It's not to build a data center to compete with Amazon. Your play is to operate on the layer above them. You can build a specialized service that provides optimized, pre-configured compute environments for a specific niche. For example, a service that provides fine-tuned hardware instances specifically for financial firms doing algorithmic trading or for biotech companies running protein folding simulations. You're not selling raw compute, you're selling a high-performance, specialized environment. Another angle is optimization. You can build software that helps businesses intelligently manage their compute costs, automatically shifting workloads to whichever provider is cheapest at any given moment. You are selling efficiency. The core principle of the compute layer is that the demand for processing power is a constant. By building a business that provides or optimizes access to that power, you are insulated from the hype cycle of individual AI models. You're not betting on a single miner, you are owning a piece of the power grid that fuels them all. The integration and deployment stack. You have the raw power, the foundational model. It's like having a nuclear reactor sitting in a warehouse. It's incredibly powerful, but it's completely useless on its own. It can't power a city, a factory, or even a light bulb until you connect it to the grid. This is the integration and deployment problem, and it's where fortunes will be made. This layer isn't about building a better AI. It's about building the pipes, the converters, and the control panels that connect AI to the real world. Think of it as the industrial plumbing for intelligence. The first opportunity is in building specialized connectors and APIs. A business runs on specific software. Salesforce, SAP, Oracle. A hospital runs on a specific electronic health record system. These systems don't speak the same language as a generic AI model. The company that builds the secure, compliant, high-performance API that allows a hospital system to query an AI model with patient data without violating privacy laws has a massive defensible business. You're not selling the AI, you're selling the one specific plug that makes the AI usable for an entire industry. The second opportunity is in deployment and management platforms. This is often called ML Ops, or machine learning operations. Once a business integrates an AI, they have a new set of problems. How do you monitor the model to make sure it's not giving bad outputs? How do you update it without taking the entire system offline? How do you manage security and access? Building the dashboard, the control panel, and the monitoring tools for deployed AI is a pure infrastructure play. You're selling peace of mind and operational control. You are the company that ensures the nuclear reactor doesn't melt down. The final piece is the creation of specialized workflow tools. This is where you package the raw AI into a product for a specific professional. A lawyer doesn't want a generic chatbot. They want a tool that ingests a 500-page contract and surfaces the 3 specific non-standard liability clauses in seconds. An architect doesn't want an image generator. They want a tool integrated into their design software that can generate building material variations that comply with local zoning codes. You are taking the general-purpose intelligence and building a specific high-value tool around it. You don't build the engine, you build the entire high-performance vehicle around it, designed for one specific racetrack. In this layer, you're not selling intelligence. You're selling a solution to a specific, expensive business problem. The human interface layer. The most powerful engine in the world is useless without a steering wheel, pedals, and a dashboard. That's the human interface layer. It's the final critical bridge between raw computational power and a human user who needs to solve a problem. This is where the perceived value of AI is actually created, and it's arguably the most profitable layer for an independent operator. Think about it. The raw output from a large language model is just text. It's a tool. But a user doesn't want a tool, they want a finished product. They want a marketing email, a legal brief, a piece of code that works. The interface layer is what transforms the raw AI capability into a specific valuable solution. This is the classic SaaS wrapper play. You take a powerful, commoditized API, like one from OpenAI or Anthropic, and you build a highly specialized application on top of it. Your value isn't in creating the foundational model, your value is in your deep understanding of a specific user's pain point. For example, a real estate agent doesn't want to spend an hour crafting the perfect prompt to generate a property listing. They want to enter a few key details, square footage, bedrooms, neighborhood, and click a single button that produces 3 high-quality listing descriptions. The shovel you're selling is that button. It's the simplified workflow. It's the user interface designed specifically for their needs, which handles all the complex prompt engineering behind the scenes. The opportunities here are immense.
You can build interfaces for specific industries, AI for dentists to write patient follow-ups, AI for mechanics to diagnose engine problems, AI for financial analysts to summarize quarterly reports. Your competitive advantage is not technology, it's psychology and design. How can you reduce the number of clicks? How can you integrate this into the software they already use every day, like their CRM or email client? How can you make the complex simple? Stop thinking about building the AI. Start obsessing over the user. The person who builds the best steering wheel will always have a market no matter who builds the fastest engine. That is your mission in the human interface layer. Build the best steering wheel for a specific driver.
So that's the framework. Stop thinking like a prospector, chasing a volatile and uncertain prize. Start thinking like an operator. Build the infrastructure, supply the tools. The data pipeline, the compute layer, the integration stack, and the human interface layer. These are the systems that win, regardless of which AI model comes out on top. That's how you build a capital sanctum. If you want more operational frameworks like this, subscribe to the channel.